Alright, so today I'll be talking about communication. So when I say communication is just is a medium of sending message between two parties. Yeah. But when we say effective communication, it is a communication that is being done in an effective way, effective manner. Okay. Yeah, in an effective manner. So effective communication is like a process of exchanging thoughts, ideas, opinions, could also be knowledge, in such a way that every parties that are involved are able to understand the intentions and the emotion behind such message. Okay. So before we can say that the communication channel is effective or the communication between two parties are effective, it implies that the parties involved must understand the purpose of that communication, or let me say the purpose for the communication. And then in order for, based on some standards actually, in order for us to say that the communication between two parties are effective, it must have the 5C elements, or let me say the elements of the 5Cs, and they are known as the clear, the correctness, complete, concise, and then compassionate. When we say clear, it implies that the message that the sender is trying to pass across must be done in such a way that all the parties involved in the communication channel are able to easily understand the message. That is, the message must be easy to understand by all the parties involved in such a communication channel. If that objective is not met, then it implies that one of the 5C's objective is not met. That's just the meaning. So and then another element of the 5C's, like I've said, is complete, which implies that the communication must be done in such a way that it has to prevent the parties involved from making the wrong decision. That is, make sure that you actually send the right message. Alright, so when we talk about them, or let me say when we talk about them, where we say correctness, it has to be done in such a way that, or let me say, the message has to be passed across in such a way that it must not be false in any sense. That is, there must be no error, no grammatical error, and then no mistakes. Then we can see that okay, that element, completeness, is met. And the another element of it is the conciseness, or let me say the preciseness, which explain, let me say, that concept explain the fact that the message has to be complete, not just complete anyway, but it must be done in such a way that the parties involved do not misinterpret the message. So if Mr. A is trying to communicate with, let's say, some set of people, and then those set of people are like kind of misinterpreting the information, then it implies that I'm not sure, but it implies that that element is not being met. Okay. And then a major barrier to communication is language. Alright, so when we talk about language, as we all know, language is a medium of communication. So, and then language, as due to culture and stuff like that, language has a lot of stuff. So one of the ways that I think this we can mitigate this kind of barrier is an individual that is trying to send a message should make sure that he or she tries to avoid okay, we can actually look at this from two different perspectives anyway, but from the perspective that I'm looking at it, the individual should try and avoid the usage of technical terms. That is, he or she should try and explain when you are passing a message across, try to explain that message in such a way that anyone anyone that is, doesn't matter either the person is into the field or not, anyone is able to like understand what you're trying to say. All right, so I think that will be all. Thank you so much.